Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to ExpertZone Live. I am Jer Lynch and I am joined by
Adam Schofield. Hi, sorry, I didn't expect that. I thought I was going to get a grand introduction and I missed it.
That was your grand introduction.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll take it.
It was an introduction and it was grand.
Fine. That's fine, Jer. So
How is everybody doing tonight? As I said, it is 7 o'clock. It is Tuesday. It is ExpertZone Live, and we are coming to you live from multiple places. So YouTube on All Things Microsoft, Facebook on ExpertZone, and Twitch on ExpertZone UKI. So yeah, we're in 3 different places at once. How's that feel?
It feels pretty good, Jer. I'm not going to lie. It feels rather grand. We are all over the place, all on the webs. So we're glad we're with you. You're with us.
We are. If you're on those platforms and you like what we do, you know the usual. Subscribe, follow, share, host, all those bits.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, and if you like what we do, where can we follow you? Where can we follow us, Adam?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked such a question, Jer. They can follow us over on ExpertZone UKI on Instagram, UK on Twitch, ExpertZone UK or Ireland on Facebook, and all things Microsoft, the YouTube channel as well. That was smooth. That was slick. I'm very proud of you, Jer.
Slick, mate. Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks. Appreciate that.
It's all good.
And if you do want to catch us on our own personals as well, you can get me on xbox.custom on Instagram and JerLynchMS on Facebook. Adam, where can they find you?
That'll be AJ Tech Geek over on Instagram, which is pretty much the main place that I post now, or just search Adam Schofield on Facebook if you fancy it. That'll be AJ Tech Geek over on the Instas.
I like that we're wearing different jumpers tonight as well.
I know, we're themed. It's working out quite nicely.
So who have we got in chat tonight? We have got Garrett Smith, Derek Smith, all the Smiths.
All the Smiths.
We have Fubaru over on Twitch. Good evening, Lightning Bolt, love it. We have Daggercast also over on Twitch, Games Guru. Derek is replying to ExpertZone. That doesn't matter. That was a bit of a mistake that we made earlier on, but that is okay.
That is all good.
Sorted.
Accounts make mistakes too, man. Don't you forget it.
We do. We all make mistakes.
It's fine.
Guys, folks, ladies, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Yeah, so tonight, Adam, what are we going to talk about before we do the what's on ExpertZone? Let's give the people the heads up on what's coming up.
It's all good. So tonight is all based really around a conversation that we had. So I'm on Windows category stuff, so a lot of my job revolves around Windows. And I was just going through some of the stuff on here because my main laptop that I work from got the update today because they've been slowly rolling them out to make sure that they don't mess up anyone's computers and stuff like that. So mine got it today. And I was just looking through some of the apps, mostly for the icons. And I stumbled across a couple apps, which are just standard on Windows 10. They're the kind of thing where if you told someone, oh, did you know this was here? They'll go, well, yeah. But then when you ask them, well, yeah, but did you know it does this? They'll go, nah. And what happened earlier, Joe, when I asked you those exact questions?
I said, yeah. And then I said, oh.
That was basically it. So that's what this stream is based on. We're going to be looking at a few different apps, which you can which are pre-installed on Windows 10. Proper basic stuff, but you may well not know about them, or what they can do either, because they actually do some pretty cool things.
They do actually, and I was very surprised. One of these apps you showed me last week in preparation for something else that we're doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that really? That's a bit, isn't it? And then you started showing me some stuff, and I was like, oh, hang on a second, that's very useful. Actually, yeah. I would use that every day. I did not know that they did that.
That is basically it. Yes.
And I deliberately don't know some of the stuff that you've talked about on the apps this week on cover tonight. So you'll be getting a natural reaction from me on some of these things where I want to kind of experience this firsthand.
That is the idea. So fingers crossed, we'll get that from you today, Joe. So it should be all good.
I'm nothing if not short of a reaction. You know.
There you go.
Garrett Smith says, thought you'd be on the preview builds as well. Garrett, we are on the preview builds on some of our devices, but for these streams, we like to be on the devices that people are using right now. And as not everybody are on previews or insiders, we like to give the people what they're currently using. But if you are on a preview, you know some stuff that other people don't, and you're a very lucky man.
Very lucky man. You're always on the previews. I'm not even on preview. I could be, but it's just.
I'm a service book that's on my preview, but my other devices are on the standard because I keep flicking back and forward from them. So
that's
just better to go on two separate devices. Games Guru, how are we? I'm grand. Derek, thanks very much. Adam, how are you?
I'm all right, Joe. I'm all right. Shall we look at the new stuff this week?
Let's look at the new stuff.
Beautiful. What's new on ExpertZone? And just like that, John Pinnock is now deaf again for another week.
I was going to say, and everybody's deaf.
We will turn it down one day. One day, we will turn that down. Just not today.
It's the piece that's designed to make sure you're focused.
Make sure you're awake.
We're drifting off after work. That's just woke you up now. So you're back with us.
To be fair, I get that today. My mind is really tired after today. So yeah, that is a nice wake up call. That giant intro.
We are working on some stuff, folks, in the background that you're not aware of yet that you will start to see over the next couple of weeks and months. So we're all very busy when it comes to different stuff. But we've got some cool content over on the zone.
On the zones.
Do you want to take us through some of the stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to be fair, it's another easy week in terms of what we can talk about today. Like a lot of the stuff is stuff that you get on there every week with the courses, which are part of the live stream kind of whole thing. So you can check out the live streams and catch up via the ExpertZone courses. We've also got more stuff on Studio Spotlight. You might have noticed every week there's been a Studio Spotlight for Xbox game studios, and we've had Mojang in the past, and this week we've got the Coalition is the course on there. So that's a nice bit of looking into the Coalition itself and their history. Really interesting stuff, especially if you're into your gaming, which I imagine most of you watching are. So yeah, do check that one out when you get a chance. The other main stuff that's been going on, you probably see it popping up every now and again, this Summer Game Fest. We talked about it last week on the stream and last week on Level Up as well. And yeah, I don't know, Jer, if you want to go into that a little bit.
Yeah, I do. So if this is running throughout the course of last week and early into this week, there is a video put up every day by Tom, who is covering 4 games per video.
Yeah.
Of the games that are covered each day. So some of these are already are Xbox titles, some of these are small indie titles, but there's some very, very interesting, very, very good games. They're all available in preview right now as a demo. You can download and play them right now, but they will expire as soon as Summer Game Fest finishes, and then won't be there again until they're published and go live. So it's a chance to get your hands on and play some games before they become real full-fledged published games. So there's some fantastic ones in there. We were playing Cake Bash last week. It's a lot of fun. There's some really good ones up there. But if you want to know more about what Summer Game Fest is, and you want to know more about the titles that are there, head over to our YouTube channel, All Things Microsoft. They're all there. If you want to get more insight into it, head over to ExpertZone, and exactly what Adam has covered off there. Go through the articles, and you will get a deeper dive. And you can enter the campaign and the competition.
Yes, with some wicked prizes on the competition. You've got first place is the Series 2 Elite Controller, Steel Series Arctic, even one gaming headset, playing charge kit, 12 months Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, £50 of Xbox credit. That's just the first prize. There's about 11 prizes being given away. And apologies, I came off the ExpertZone screen there, Joe, because it logged me out. So literally, you were away talking, and I don't know if anyone would have caught it. My face just went, oh, because it just logged me out. So I just switched to this screen.
I thought you were clicking on one of the articles to open up. I saw the screen coming. I was like, oh, he's clicking on something.
No, it just logged me out. But there you go. Fun times. We're live, folks.
This is what happens. Sometimes these things happen. You don't time your logouts correctly. You know, it's logged in all day, so.
There you are. Games Guru is asking, Joe, is all you have to do is watch Tom's videos and complete the articles, just to confirm.
That's correct. So I'll go through the rules. So complete the 5 courses. They're posted daily from the 29th to the 5th, and view the review articles that are posted daily 22nd to 28th to be entered in with a chance to win the prizes. Adam had started going through the prizes. The first prize was the Elite Access controller. Sorry, the Elite Series 2 controller, the Steel Series Actis. That's not an easy thing to put together.
That is not.
No, it looks like it is, and then you start speaking, it doesn't come out right.
It really doesn't.
The official Xbox playing charge kit, 12 months Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and £50 Xbox credit. I'm going to say something about the playing charge kit. I bought an unofficial Xbox playing charge kit, and my Project X Cloud clip doesn't fit because of it. So it's worth getting the official ones for those kind of things. Second place, there are 5 winners. It is disappointing, Adam. I was disappointed. It's exactly what my emotion was.
There you go.
If you come in second place, there are 5 winners for second place. It's 1 month Game Pass Ultimate and £50 Xbox credit. And third place, there are 5 winners, 1 month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. The rules.
Should have had a thing come up. The rules.
The rules. All prizes will be drawn at random. Those eligible for prizes, this is how this works. The first name drawn out wins first prize. 2nd through 6th names drawn out will win the second prize, and the 7th through 11th names will win the third prize. That makes a lot more sense to me now. I've had a shower and some food.
Yeah, earlier you were really struggling with that. It was hilarious.
I don't understand what's happening with this.
So,
why is
you were just sitting here reading the sentence and just being like, so 6 through what?
Why is third place getting the 7th prize? Where's the 7th prize? I don't understand. And now I'm fresh and full.
Now you go. You're good.
Completely understand it. There you go. So they're the prizes. That is running currently. Go check out the videos. They're really good. If you're a gamer and you're into gaming, you're gonna want to see these videos. And
sorry, I was just gonna say they are actually really good videos. They give you really quick kind of overviews of what these demos actually are, and Tom's done a great job with them. So yeah, well worth checking them out.
And they're not long. They're short videos, so you will get a deep dive into those as well. So go check them out. Let us know what you think. And then in each one of them, Tom is asking for your feedback as well of which of these games are you looking forward to playing or which one are you going to download. So go give us some feedback. Who knows? We may even cover these games on Level Up streams in the future when they are released.
Absolutely.
There you go. What have we got over in chat? So Adams Assemble. There's multiple Adams. Wookiees there.
Wookiees there. That'll be why Adams Assemble. So.
The Adams are revolting. I wouldn't call them that. They're nice lads.
Yeah, thank you.
Play on words there.
That's how you should have introduced me. And today I'm joined by the not revolting Adam. That would have been perfect. So
punctuation's important on that word.
Yes.
We aren't revolting. We're actually nice. There you go. There it is. There. The end of the conversation. They're awesome. Awesomeness. Cool. All right, Adam. Let us get stuck into some content.
Absolutely. Let's do that. So. Here's my wonderful Windows screen. Look at that, the lovely Windows blue. So yeah, we were saying this whole idea around apps that you generally just expect to be with your device. It could be a phone, could be a laptop, could be whatever. But when it comes to Windows 10, I think when it comes to phones especially, there are certain apps that everyone's used to seeing and you just kind of see it once and there you go. But then there's the same apps on Windows 10 people generally don't look at. And as Jer learned earlier, one of them didn't even realize was there.
No, not at all. Not a clue.
So we'll start on this first one. We're going to focus on 2 mainly, and if we've got time, we'll do a third as well. And that is actually the weather app. Jer genuinely did not know this was a thing before today.
I assumed there was some form of weather thing somewhere, but I always use the browser for my weather.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is pre-installed on Windows, and it's the good thing is that it's not just a case of like, oh, weather, and that's it, and then there you go. You can see here just on the front page straight away, you've got general daily updates, you've got hourly, it breaks it down into the details for the day as well. You get information on the moon phase and the type of phase that it is, when the moon will rise, when the moon will set, same with sunrise and sunset. Percentage of humidity, the UV index that is there, precipitation, which I managed to say that first time, thank God.
Nailed it.
And then as well for the area that you're looking at, the rain that it's had for that time period in history. So you can see there, we're looking at Reading right now. So this is where Microsoft HQ is located. And in the past 30 years, it rained 17 out of 30 times on this day, which is quite an impressive stat. And yeah, that's literally just the front page. It's not just a case of like, oh, it's going to be cloudy today or anything like that, you know?
Do you know what that's useful? Planning a wedding.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
Because the 22nd of June, I have 3 friends that got married the weekend of the 22nd of June. So whatever weekend that date fell in and around, so Thursday through the following Tuesday. Every single year for the past 5 years, it has rained that weekend.
So that was like a no.
So don't get married on the 22nd of June.
To be fair, that's what I should do for because I've got on here as well. So if I skip to our favorites over here, you can have different locations pinned there. So I've got where I generally live, and then I've got Donington as well, which is where my festival of choice is. Other festivals are available. We will not say what. And yeah, every time I go to that festival, I swear for the last however many years, it has rained on that weekend every single time. So yeah, that kind of info, it's quite useful for generally planning like weekends you're going to pick for big events. Maybe not a festival unless you're a festival organizer. But you know what I mean. You've also got some weather news down the side there. But then we've got some other cool stuff. So, you've got dark theme as well. Always important to have a dark theme. Never forget dark themes. Always there.
Live on dark theme.
Always good. If we look at here on maps, this one is really cool. And this is the thing that I didn't know. I think the stuff that you're getting on the front here is very detailed, but it's fair to expect it. Yeah. This, I did not expect when I first started using the weather app. And that is, if we should load up here. You have a 24-hour look at what the temperature is like for your location. So you can see it's all changing there slightly based on the highs and lows of the temperature. You can switch that to precipitation as well. Second time, boom. And that will be general rainfall over the next however long, which you can see it coming in. I could be a weather reporter now. You can see here coming in from the west. And to be fair, if you ever
assuming Ireland currently, I better get down everyone under the table.
There you go. Actually, we did have an idea for you doing a weather report for something we've got coming up, and I think I might have just figured out how we're going to do that. So
Reese stole it on me. It's okay. I'm not bitter about it at all.
Yeah. So yeah, you get that information. Satellite as well. So this is a satellite look at clouds and generally where everything is right now. So this is good for like, especially in America right now. There is that hurricane going on. So you can get that info as well, and then general cloud fall, which just gives you a more detailed look as to where the clouds are roughly going to be looking like they'll be over the next 24 hours.
I can confirm that is accurate.
Yeah, because it's basically covering you right now.
Right now, yeah.
That is very, very true. You can see at the bottom there as well, it's counting through like as we're going. So it's going all the way to 8 o'clock tomorrow night, starting from 8 o'clock tonight. Clouds are apparently going to leave me, Joe, and it does look that way, which is good. You can see here the clouds are going to be moving in from the west, and so,
carrying light precipitation as they move easternly across the day.
That was beautiful. Maybe we should this should just be we should be weather people on the show now. I don't know why we didn't think of that to start with. We got green screens, damn it. We have green screens and a hang on. Can I make this full screen? As about as full screen as it's going to get. But so today, down in the regions across France, and like, I think it could work really well. It'll be fine.
I can see my house from here.
Probably can. Well, actually, no, you can't. It's covered in clouds.
It's currently covered. I'm near the border. So
yeah, there you go.
Up to north.
Up to north. Righties, let's look at other bits as well. So you have a more detailed look at weather-related news as well. You notice that it was on the front, weather news. There is an entire panel dedicated for that as well, which you can scroll through. Then you have historical weather. So again, another more detailed view at what the weather was like the previous July or the previous June and stuff like that. So in our case, July, it's showing us what it was like for last year, but then it'll show us last month and all the way back to August of last year as well. And we get that for temperature, for rainfall as well, and for snow days, which if you're in the UK down south, that's what snow days look like. Not much. Not much at all.
Ain't no day like a snow day.
I love snow days, and they never hit where I live. Really annoying.
Where I live. You're welcome to them. Is it safe to say, Adam, that this June is wetter than last June? This July, sorry, is wetter than last July? Because it feels like it has been.
That July is probably last July because we haven't actually finished July yet. So this is a historical look.
Okay.
So you've also got information like record high, record low, stuff like that. So I'll tell you what this is good for as well, is that especially we're going to be coming into the back to school period very, very soon. So any kids in school where they're doing any lessons where they do have to talk about the weather and stuff like that, it's quite useful for that sort of thing as well, looking at different locations. And it's just an easy go-to, and this will work across any device as well, be that a £200 entry device or obviously £1,000 and upwards and stuff like that. And then you got back to the favorites, and then there's a little feedback section as well. But as I say, I just thought there was a lot there that is actually quite cool. Maps in particular, I think, is something that a lot of people won't even realize is a thing that they have access to. But they do.
Well, my mum is rocking a Surface. She's a Surface 3 that I gave her a long time ago, and it lives in her kitchen. And she is a regular weather checker because she's of a generation where it's nearly, well, I'm not going out unless I check the weather first. And she will plan the day, then of what needs to go in the car. Does the umbrella come with her or doesn't it? So that's very useful for them. But even as you said, like for planning events, for planning festivals, for preparing yourself for going to these events or festivals, you turn up to a wedding or a festival with a rain jacket and an umbrella nobody else has when you go, I know something you don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that is the weather app, really. It's a nice, quick little summary for it. Nice. And as I say, just some cool bits that it's one of those apps that you probably assumed was there, but probably didn't realize exactly what you can do with it. And that's the theme of today.
Nice stream.
Do you want to look at the next one?
While you're doing that, I'm going to just whip through chat pretty quickly.
Go for it.
Derek's clarifying his revolting comment. He said, no, he meant as in the French Revolution, as in they're going to revolt. So I know that. I just didn't want to acknowledge that. I wanted to go down the other direction. But thank you for clarifying, Derek. He said he does love us. So,
okay, well, that's fine.
It is mutual. However, Wookie has told him he sits on a chair of lies. So that has negated what Derek has just said.
I like how it's basically like you're narrating a drama right now and giving the...
It feels like what's going on, chat. But luckily Garrett has saved us. Garrett's come in with the weather app is used on it is an app he uses daily, as he has a pin as a tile. The UV index is very important for me, myself, and my daughter. So we're both very extremely light and UV sensitive, says Games Guru. Brilliant one to note that. There's an actual live case scenario. Always pinned. I thought you were going to announce your impending nuptials then, Jer. No, I am been there, done that, have the t-shirt, and I would have to have somebody to get married to. Don't all write in at once. Okay. I'm okay.
That's it, yeah. We're gonna...
Dark Team says, first thing I switched to on my new device was Dark Team. Yeah, we love Dark Team. Loads of people there. There are two people in the world. There are two people in this world. Those who use Dark Team and those who are wrong. We're getting into sticker on, sticker off territory. We will move on.
We are literally looking at a Windows desktop that has a light theme right now. I'm just going to put that out there.
Well, that got awkward.
Yeah, I know. Carry on, Jer. Carry on.
It's like EastEnders, just with better acting, says Games Guru.
Yeah.
Team Dark Team. There's too many teams in that. Hashtag Derek.
Team Dark Theme. There's a tongue twister.
And we don't pronounce THs over here, so that would just be Team Dark Team. So issues with that. El Matador over on Twitch says, hi, hello, good evening. How are you doing? Yeah, everyone's on the dark chain. Adam, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
My phone's on dark mode. It's just not my
your work device.
It's not my work device. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint. Outlook's on dark mode. I'm not going to show you my Outlook though. That would just be mental. So there's a lot of details in there that you can't see.
We are from lots of places. I'm at so I am in just north of Dublin, and Adam is in Where are you?
I'm in Witham
London,
in
Mitch.
Essex.
Essex.
So yeah, we are pretty far apart right now.
Yeah, we're not in the same room.
But hey, the wonders of the
But
internet and a
it's
lockdown to put this situation into light. So
Garrett has said Team Dark Mode, but I don't judge people who use light theme.
see, friendly. That's what we want. There you go.
Perfectly acceptable.
No judgment.
So what's next, Adam?
So we're going to be looking at the Maps app, and this is something that I've showed you before, Jer, where start with the basics, right? And again, the stuff that you would expect to see in a Maps app, especially if you compare it to a phone as well. Because if you look at a phone, this is the kind of view you're probably going to be looking at. It's more of a kind of traditional Atlas map view. And we can kind of go wherever, and you can search for various places, set directions. Cool. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch this to aerial, and I'm just going to zoom out.
I am a fan of our Maps app and have been in the past when it was on mobile, but I haven't looked at it from desktop.
Yeah, and this is the thing again. I'll put this full view for a moment. This is again one of those things that people might not realize they have access to just straight away. Like you think of a Maps app and you just think of maybe a street view and stuff like that, but actually you do have a full global view here, and you can zoom right down into the nitty-gritty details. And cool fact as well, so the upcoming flight simulator that's being released next month. So that, to do what it does and why you can fly to so many different locations around the world, it uses Bing satellite images, which is exactly what we're seeing here. It uses Bing satellite images to feed that information, which is why you can fly to basically anywhere in the world and still have really good looking gameplay there as well. So yeah, that is a huge part of it, which is quite cool. That is just one thing. The very cool thing, which I think is freaking amazing, frankly. There's a thing here called 3D Cities. So 3D Cities, this is mostly US based in terms of the places that you can find. But what they have done is they have quite literally gone through and created 3D models of entire cities, as is the name. So if I type on that, let's go to Seattle, where big old Microsoft is based. And we can go there. It will fly on over. And then there you go. We've now got a 3D view of that city. And you can pretty much get the majority of places in the US, which is really cool. It's not something that has been made supported in the UK at the moment, but again, I think especially for school kids, especially for school kids, you've shrunk, Joe. I'm going to fix that. Especially for school kids, it is particularly useful again if you're doing any research on a particular city. Maybe it's for geography, and just getting a real deep look into these 3D cities, which I think is awesome. And you can go right down as well.
Looks really nice.
It's wicked, isn't it? And again, this is all just based on Bing satellite images, and then they formed these independently for each one. So pick a city, Joe.
Look at the detail. In America, is Canada included in this? Do we know? Just the States?
That is a great question. I don't know.
Because I would like to visit my cousin and also our work colleague Ryan J. Whitehead. Not that Ryan J. Whitehead's my cousin. He's not my cousin. Also lives in Toronto, and Ryan J. Whitehead. So
just
if Toronto
having a look.
Probably not.
Oh, Barcelona's there, so maybe. So it does look like they have got countries around the world.
Let's have a look at Barcelona.
Barcelona. Sorry. It's like a tick. Couldn't help it. Oh, look at that!
LA, but when we were there last year, Reese was convinced one of the buildings was fake.
That is gorgeous.
Isn't it?
That is really good. I've been to Barcelona a long time ago. Not any time recently, that's for sure. But that is particularly cool.
Yeah, Games Guru saying loving the detail. Yeah, the detail is sweet. Can you find the camping? I love the way Barcelona is situated between the mountains as well. It's just a stunning view from the sea, the mountains.
Oh yeah, when you zoom out, and that's another thing as well. Again, if you're doing research into these places, you may not notice that if you've never been there. But yeah, as you say, this is indeed between mountains on this kind of range here, which is just looks stunning. That's something I never knew. Like Barcelona isn't a subject that I have generally researched. So I'm not going to lie, but I've not been in Barcelona since I was a kid, so I don't really remember much about it. And I didn't even realize all this kind of range that you have here, which is very, very
terracotta
cool.
roofs as well. Look at the color scheme across the whole city as well.
All right, well, I'm having fun now. Let's find another.
While you're in Barcelona, try and find a new camp.
Okay. Let's try UK, because if they're doing big cities, they may well do London. No, see, no London. They haven't done the UK yet. That's really frustrating. We have places in Italy. So let's try. Oh, Florence, Assassin's Creed fans, Assassin's Creed 2.
Beautiful.
Let's do that.
I love how some people go Florence, home of the
Assassin's Creed 2.
And you went to Assassin's Creed 2.
Let me know in chat if I'm not the only one who does that. I hear Florence, I instantly think of Assassin's Creed 2. Like if no one else thinks that, it's just me. Fine, I played that game way too much apparently. But that is instantly what I thought.
Was there with you, and he has just shouted Ezio.
Ezio. Oh man.
That's
the thing is, you can see from a top down, that's an Assassin's Creed city right there. Come on, look at those rooftops. So,
let's not forget all the famous people from the Renaissance. You know, they created some wonders during that.
I mean,
period.
you are completely correct, Jer. But did you know that Ezio found out about problem with those games? You end up causing fake history, but yeah, again, actually, this is a really good example of the kind of detail. I'm zoomed quite in now, and considering this is all just images that have just been kind of spliced together, it's surprising the amount of detail that you can get. Just look at that roof.
And I can hear the bells. I can hear the bells ringing, and I can hear the birds flapping in the background. It's like I'm there.
All right, Jeff, fine. Right. The AC games are a good source of history, your Games Guru says. Yeah, blurred history, I suppose, because they do integrate it, but you can actually learn quite a lot from those. So that's very, very cool. I reckon we got time for one more.
Yeah, let's do one more. While you're doing that, I'm gonna ask something about the Maps app, because when Windows Phone was the thing, and when I first started working here with the Irish team, I was able to the Maps app would use live traffic data and tell me when to leave work to get home in time, or get home in a relative time. So at about 4:30 every day, I would send me an alert that said, through Cortana, traffic is building now. You should leave work, which was great because technically Microsoft were telling me to go home early, so that was always a benefit, you know. But it was a very, very useful tool. I always found the Maps app on phone to be very useful, and it looks like it's exactly the same when you look at it on PC as well.
Yeah, so I've literally, all I've done there is I've just tapped on the traffic icon when you go to the options over here, and yeah, it tells me what the traffic is like in my local area right now, where I live right now. I'm not where I live. I'm in just a bit away from where I live, which is Chelmsford, which is my main town. And yeah, same again. You can set work to see how long it will take you to drive somewhere, and yeah, you get those same options that you do on the phone back in the day as well. So yeah, that has not gone anywhere.
If you're somebody who's a fan of inking as well, there's a feature within the Maps app which allows you to draw a line and measure distance. So if you want to know how far it is for your jog or your run or the route that you take, you can actually just get the inking pen and draw around a set of roads, and it will tell you how far that distance is.
Yep, absolutely. In fact, let me do that again because I need...
There's a distance one, there's the measurement one there.
Yeah. So that's the distance one there. Draw that in, and yeah, it tells me it's 2.3 miles. Granted, I'm just doing it on a mouse, but it just shows you can do it with a mouse as well. You don't need the pen to do it.
Yep, it's pretty quick as well.
And then you can set directions for it as well, which is quite cool. So I think you can just draw there to there, and then it will sort out a route directions-wise. So quite literally, if I wanted to go from Basildon to Kettering, there you go. Put that all the way up there. And this is some old school stuff. We've featured this in the past over the years, but it's always good to come back to. And there you go. I've now got multiple routes. It's such a cool feature.
That's
but just
not
quickly,
a small distance.
Maybe you're oh, there is no small distance at all. Maybe you're planning a trip at all with some mates. Like I'm planning one next year, for instance, and you just want a rough idea of how long it's going to take you to get from home to where you're going. So I'm planning on going to Liverpool at some point next year. So I would need to go from home, which is down there. I would need to go up to here. So like, I'm not doing very specific, but I'm getting a rough idea of how long that's going to take me. That's going to take a bit longer because I'm expecting a lot from this. Just like, yeah, I'll just go from one end of the country to the other. That's no problem. It's fine.
I was going to say, keep going, cross the water, come over to my house.
There we go. It's managed it. It's done well. So yeah,
that's pretty quick.
Not too bad at all. But as I say, it's just really good for just getting those rough options in place, just so you have a realistic idea of how long something's gonna take you.
Okay, before we get to the last one, where was I? The Games Guru, Leonardo da Vinci wasn't just a Ninja Turtle, apparently.
There you go. Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew? Gareth Smith says, missed the Windows Phone days. Yeah, there were some really nice features with Windows Phone. The beauty of the universal apps. Oh, there's a throwback as well. We always talked about universal apps back in the early Windows 10 days. Games Guru, no school like the old school, in my humble opinion, is correct. And we have M98 Ninja over on Twitch saying, hey guys, hello. How are you?
Hello to you.
Thanks for joining in.
Beautiful stuff.
So what's next, Adam? What's our last port of call?
We've run out of time, Joe.
Oh, we can squeeze it in real quickly.
What, the calculator stuff?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Fine. We'll do calculator. This is one, and I know why you want me to do this as well, because this is one that I showed you the other week.
And I really like this.
So, before I showed you the other week, what did you think you could do on calculator?
Calculate things. Basic calculating functions. I thought literally what I'm looking at right there, I thought
that was it. That's what you do. Cool. Wrong. So, firstly, when you are on a standard calculator, if you just need to do some quick additions, really handy feature. You got a little pop-up window. So if you click that, it then just stays there. No matter what I put in front of it, it's gonna stay at the top of the screen. Really useful if you're just doing what we need to do and add up data and that sort of thing.
Stays in front of everything. It's really useful.
There you go. But then down here, we click our little menu icon and we have a scientific calculator, for instance. Very useful if you are doing your school exams, for instance, as well. So you have a full scientific calculator there. We also have things for graphing, and we have graphing. This is part of the new update, actually, as well. So as of the May 2020 update, they introduced the graphing. I don't understand graphing. I'm not going to even try and attempt to explain to you what it is, but if you know, well done you. And then we got the conversion bits, and this is the thing that you really had no idea. So you've got currency exchanges, for instance. So if I wanted to switch that to the pound into euros, and this is updated as well. So the app, as long as you're connected to the internet, this will refresh with the current exchange rate. So you're never getting a wrong answer. So I can put in whatever £50 is, and it's £55.20 in euros. Maybe I want to switch that to dollars. I can go all the way down.
Can you understand why that would be very useful for me?
Oh my God, yes, Mr. Ireland.
Because I'm in Ireland and I'm on the euro, but I'm in the UK quite a lot. At least I was.
Yeah.
So all my expenses are in pounds sterling, and then when I have to do my expenses at the end of each month, I gotta convert that into pounds. My euros.
Oh God, you do, don't you?
Conversion rate.
Oh no.
Yeah. And also, we drive in kilometers over here. You guys drive in miles. So when I'm submitting mileage, it has to be converted from kilometers to miles.
Oh, let's do that, shall we? So kilometers to miles. There you are. So let's say you did, I don't know, about 560 kilometers. There you go, Jarrett. 347 miles. Are we under there? What you normally do? Well, pre-lockdown, what you would normally do?
Way under what I normally do pre-lockdown, but currently it's about right. It's all personal now. Anyway.
About 5. That's mine at the moment. So if that. But there you go. You've also got things for weight and mass as well. So whether that's pounds, ounces, stones, milligrams, all sorts of stuff. And temperature as well. So we really get into cool detail with energy. So going from kilojoules to food calories. Transferring to food calories. Come on. That is really cool.
That is handy.
So
that is handy.
And then we've got area as well, and speed, time. Like, it is way more than just a calculator. Calling it a calculator is really a disservice to itself, because it's so much more than that. There's so much you can do whenever you just need to do a quick sum or quick conversion, rather than having to look it up online all the time. Or trying to find somewhere that does the exchange rates. It's literally right there. Just at your fingertips, yeah. Pin it to your start menu, as Gareth does with weather.
pin it and keep it. My to-do list is my latest one. I pinned to my start menu on the back of one of our podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up, the last bit's on the chat. So, Garrett and Derek having a little chat about how old they are based on the fact that they use Windows Phone and Universal Apps.
Fair.
So we're measuring age now by Windows 10 features and updates. That's fantastic. It's very on brand. Thanks, lads. We've also got M98 Ninja says you should get Syndicate on your next level up guest. I am writing that down, mate. Thank you very much. Don't forget level up is on tomorrow night. So I will stick that name down and we'll talk to Tom about that. Games Group said, I'm sure you're just being awkward, Jer. I usually am. Derek, it's a fair point. And with touchscreen devices being the norm nowadays, it's literally at your fingertips. That is a very, very correct statement.
That's a wicked point
to finish on.
Yeah.
I'm free for guest appearances also, says Derek.
Last one.
Keep that in mind, mate.
There as well, by the way, just to butt in time. There have been many time where I've had to do conversions of minutes to hours or figure out what that is in minutes or seconds. And I've always tried to find an easy way to do it online. And yeah, it's there, which is really annoying.
I've been trying to learn kilograms because Ireland is in the metric system, but we're in denial about it. We still use imperial for everything in terms of general chit chat, like how much do you weigh? 13.5 stone. We don't use metric for it, even though we should. But my trainer does. So when I'm getting weighed in and stuff, I need to understand when he says you're 85 kilos or you're 82 kilos. I'm like, what is that in real weight? So this is handy for that as well.
There you go. Sorted. That is absolutely... 4.62 footballs, Joe. There you go.
I love that as well. Sorry, because I carry football bags around all the time. So
well, how about if you had 800 kilograms is 0.2 of an elephant? That is some
there you go.
handy facts.
New weight, folks. My bag weighs 0.2 of an elephant.
Yeah, 8 million kilograms is 88.89 whales. That is... Actually,
I want to know which whales they've actually weighed for this to say that it's a generic weight term. I want to know, are all whales the same weight, or is this a generic one they picked out?
Probably.
This is Dave the Whale from Wales.
Dave the Whale from Wales.
Last set of comments coming in. M98 Ninja says, love the streams, very informative. I'm really happy that you do. Thank you very much for the comment, and thanks for popping in. Games Guru says, love how it gives you your weight in elephants. Yeah, we love that. Blue whales. And go big or go home. Let's measure it against the biggest animals we can find. Or mammals.
Boom.
Sorry, mammals.
Love the mammals.
Cool. Great stuff. Adam, thanks very much, mate. That was very interesting.
That was good fun. That was actually all right, wasn't it?
It was.
So, yeah.
Initially, we talked about, we're covering 3 apps. That's not going to be the most exciting stream we've ever done, but that was really informative.
But this is the thing. It's that whole thing of just... People expect everything these days. Like, you can do everything at your fingertips in your phone and all sorts of stuff. And I think because... you've got all of that, it's easy to forget other things that you can do so easily when you've gotten used to a certain way. So, yeah, quite cool. If you enjoyed it, brilliant. Glad you did. I know I did. That was actually
I did.
fun to do.
Did.
So.
And by the comments, so is everybody else.
There you go.
Folks, before we wrap up and say goodbye, just to let you know, tomorrow night, easy level up. We have no guest on tomorrow night. We're having a gaming stream tomorrow.
Boom.
We're playing Grounded tomorrow, so that is due for release today or tonight, I believe. So
tonight, yeah. Now, maybe. I don't know.
Tonight. Now, possibly. I know Tom was counting down the minutes to it. Tom and Hannah will be on stream tomorrow night to play Grounded, give you all the information about the game, and then just have some gameplay. We've also got the Easy Live Extra on Thursday, which will only be on Facebook and YouTube, and that is with Reese and Mishak from HP.
Yes.
So if you want to get the latest on it, I believe it's an Omen stream as well.
Yes, it is.
So some detail on that, which is wicked. And then we're back. We got a new podcast coming out on Friday on Spotify and on ExpertZone, and this week we're talking about the evolution of training. And training in lockdown health. And we've got Chris Smith joining us, which is a very, very interesting podcast. If you do training, you create training, or are interested in training, it's a very informative stream of how he plans and puts things together. So that's our content.
There you go. That's a lot.
Thanks very much for watching. There's a lot happening this week. It feels like Friday, and it's only.
It really
Tuesday.
does. Like literally, before this stream came on, I just sat on the sofa and just went, and then I woke up. It was fine. Imagine if I didn't wake up, God.
Oh, God. Well, I'm in trouble. Just be me and my green screen behind me just sitting here.
Sitting here going, so, hi.
How is everyone?
How are we doing?
Let's have a chat. Folks, thanks so much. Adam, anything you want to leave us with before we wrap up?
I'm all good. I've got a lot of behind the scenes going on right now, so look out for in the next few weeks stuff that we've got going on ExpertZone. Some cool stuff coming your way. Follow me on AJ Tech Geek, if you would be so kind, on the old Instagram shares. What's yours?
Xbox.custom over on the Insta, so go hit me up.
There you go. And follow all these ones as well, if you'd be so kind. There you are. I think that's a good summary.
Get involved. Talk to us. Leave comments on stuff. Ask us what you want to do, what you want to see. Because I've just, as Ninja has just asked us there, I wrote down the name Syndicate, so I'm going to take some feedback and go and see what we can do. We may or may not be able to get these people, but we'll try. Same with everything else that we do, even with the video content. If in our videos you've got an opinion or feedback, let us know, because we will use that in future going forward. So your opinion matters to us.
Absolutely.
Cool, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a lovely rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for Easy Level Up with Grounded with Tom and Hannah. Until then, have a lovely evening, and I will say goodbye.
Bye-bye.